Now, last thing, based on, it wasn't part of my original idea to tell you, but since Elisheva requested, I will share a little bit with you. I don't know if you know, but about 2-3 months ago, I was diagnosed with a disease that some people don't even like to mention the name of that disease. And Baruch Hashem, until then, I was always a very healthy person and health conscious and eat well. So I started wondering, now that we know, I started wondering, what does Hashem want me to do with the fact that I'm now in the process of diagnosed with this illness? What do I do with this? What do I do when one morning, I remember the first time I heard about it, I came out of the hospital after they saw that I have some water in my lungs, and they did an x-ray, and the radiologist told me, you know, it looks like you have a tumor. So when I first heard it, it was, and then I started asking myself, so what do you do with this? And I said to myself, this is a test. This is a test. And now, what do we do with such a test? Few things. First of all, I want you to know that I think that I've become much closer to Hashem than I've ever been before. In fact, I have a friend who also had the same illness, and I remember that she told me a few years ago, when she was sick, she told me, I want you to know that the times when I felt the worst of all, when I felt all the way rock bottom, that was the time when I felt God, when I felt Hashem so close to me and so much part of me, holding me and embracing me. So that's one thing. And it's just amazing how you really, really discover the closeness of Hashem. The harder it gets, the closer you feel to Him. Secondly, I said to myself, you know what? I have to go to the doctors. I haven't been to doctors for years. I never went for a yearly checkup. I never had time for it. Now I spend a lot of time in the hospital, going to the doctors, whatever it is. But I said to myself, you know, when I meet with a doctor, I'm going to tell him the following. It wasn't my idea. It's actually another friend of mine who has the same thing told me that she did it. And I said, you know what? I'm going to do the same thing. I tell them, you know, I trust you. I believe that you are a shaliach, a messenger that Hashem sent to help me heal, Be'ezrat Hashem, with the help of Hashem. But I just wanted to know that really I'm an Orthodox Jew. And as an Orthodox Jew, I believe that the one who is in charge is Hashem. He is the one who is in charge of life and death, and He is the one who is in charge of healing people. So it was interesting to see the reaction of different doctors. Some of them said, yes, I agree with you, I feel the same way. Others were a little, didn't know how to deal with it a little bit. One of them said, don't worry, we're not going to interfere with any of your philosophical beliefs. So different people reacted differently, but I said, you know what? I have to remind them, and myself, all the time, that the one who heals me is not the doctors. We have to go to see them, but really the supreme healer is really HaKadosh Baruch Hu. And one more thing I want to tell you that I learned, and hopefully I hope I'll learn more things. The other thing which I learned was that how we as human beings have to deal or have to act when we see a fellow Jew go through a hard time. What do I mean? During this period of 3 months, so many people did so many things for me that I said to myself, my goodness, this is something that I have to learn to do when other people go through similar tests. People were praying. Some people told me, I pray for you every day. Some people whom I don't even know. Some people organized shiurim. People organized hafrashat challah. People did all kinds of things. People sent food. People, all kinds of things that I said to myself, my goodness, look at that. Maybe one of the reasons that I had to go through it is so I will also learn. And my family, and I told it to my children, I told them, we have to learn how to behave and how to respond when another Jew goes through a test, goes through a difficult time. This is an opportunity for us to do for them and to strengthen them. And you know, and when we do this for others, we strengthen them, but you know what? We also become much stronger. And this is connected a little bit to what we're doing today, as we said, that the women, once they started preparing their dough, had to remember 1 minute. I have to think of others. I have to think of the Kohanim, because they don't have an inheritance. They don't have the field. So we have to be involved in acts of chesed. We have to help those who don't have.